Chapter 4 Mighty Zeus. A tiny, scruffy-haired black dog ran up to me. The dog wasn't terrifying at all. He was adorable. I was laughing when a large man wearing blue overalls walked over. "Don't mind Zeus, he's all bark," the man said, smiling. It was Mr. McIntosh. I had seen him around, but I had never spoken to him before. I didn't know he had a dog. Never heard a dog bark so loud, I thought. I thought I was about to become a chew toy, I said, rubbing behind Zeus's ears. "People often mistake my little Zeus's bark for that of a dog 10 times his size," Mr. McIntosh said. "Now, what can I help you with?" "I'm Hildy of the Orange Street News," I began, taking out my notepad. "I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about the break-in on your street." "The break-in?" he said. "What makes you think I would know anything about that?" "Well, I was across the street talking to," I began to explain. "Was that old woman complaining about my chickens again?" he said. He suddenly sounded grumpy. "No, well, kind of," I stammered. "Mrs. Taggart said she heard your chickens making a lot of noise. I thought it might have something to do with the break-in." "Mrs. Taggart only has herself and all her baking to blame for the noise," he said. "What do you mean?" I asked. "She's always baking with her windows open. The sweet smells make my animals go crazy, especially poor Zeus," Mr. McIntosh explained. I wrote everything down. Clues. Mrs. Taggart often complains about Mr. McIntosh's chickens. Number 2, Mrs. Taggart bakes with her window open. Number 3, smells of baked goods make Zeus and the chickens go crazy. "Would it be okay if I checked out your chicken coop?" I asked. "You're certainly nosy," he said, "and you ask a lot of questions." "It's a reporter's job to ask questions," I answered. I knew if I took myself seriously, other people would take me seriously too. I looked him straight in the eye. "Be my guest. Take a look in the coop. You'll see my chickens are just as well behaved as my dog," he said. "I have nothing to hide." Zeus followed me to the coop, and we stepped inside. It was a mess. Feathers covered the dirt floor. Mr. McIntosh," I called out. "Is your coop always this messy?" He rushed inside. "Oh no," he gasped. "My eggs, they're gone." Clues. Noisy chickens and stolen eggs.